This place used to be a thriving hub of experimental science. I'm afraid to see the state it's in now. To finish recharging first. Aggressor at hand. Not entirely surprised. I do so hope you'll forgive my thoroughly convincing deception, dear. I'm not so sure Proctor's may the plan.
Now this is just sloppy. If I wasn't already here to kill all these traitorous fools, I'd be forced to use one or two as an example to the rest.
We can hear those wriggling little grub fingers of yours. Bring them close so we can chop them off.
Stop your silliness, fool! The only ones losing body parts around here today are you and your traitorous friends.
.36 cubed, divided by the standard rate of fluid flow, and then you multiply by...
Look at the state of this poor fool. They just left her bleeding out? Exsanguination is an art.
There's a cultist behind you! Wait, surely she isn't with you. Fine. Just please keep her away from me. Architect's mercy, thank you. It is so much easier to be polite when I needn't fear all of my bones slide. Oh, dear Archivist Clemens has been so strange lately. So distant, so agitated. And not his normal agitation, mind you. This is something different. Much worse. He's deeper in the facility, working on something he deemed to be of the utmost importance. And with all those cultists gallivanting about,
Please, with the way my so-called brethren are comporting themselves, he's more likely to die of boredom.
Yes. I'm sure you'll kill them quite well. The crazed people like your friend here have been sowing destruction throughout the range for days. I've seen few firsthand, but that isn't because they've gone. Rather, I believe they have become... These cultists broke in from above and immediately set about damaging what they could. I don't know the specifics.
Their actions are inexcusable. Science allows us to unveil the wonder of the rifts. We do not disrespect it.
It's a shame the facility is in shambles. We've an N-ray scanner device that may render the cultists far easier for one to locate. The scanner is an optical device designed to detect electrical signals and the N-rays given off by all living beings. It was stored nearby. But with the damage to the facility, you'll likely need to use the maintenance vent on the wall there. Oh, There's no such thing as invisibility. I can only theorize that their visual forms were sent out of phase when they haphazardly tampered with pressurized N-rays. I appreciate your aid.
There's the N-ray scanning device the scientist was talking about.
Threat detected.
This weapon prime! That should do it. Let's get on with the killing.
You've opened the way forward. Very good work.
All on the wrist. Swine.
Recharge for mayhem! Commander, throwing energy your way. Unorthodox, I bet.
Killing traitors is quite fun, is it not?
You there, you must leave. Is that a cultist with you?
Don't worry. I'm not like these idiots running around here haplessly. If I was here to kill you, it would be no random thing. You'd know it. Are we here to kill this guy, Commander? Exactly. Anyone who does such deserves to die, even though I have no idea what you're talking about.
I have nothing to say to the likes of you except if you attempt to interrupt my work, you will no doubt meet the same end as your fellows. Leave, and you may yet live.
This guy is hilarious. Can't wait to see the look on his face when he realizes how much more worried he should have been about me and all the other nonsense around here.
Hostilities are capacitor out.
For the rim! To hasten their demise. Closing in. To hasten their demise. For all. I'm coming for you.
Capacitor deployed. Bring energy if you can reach it.
Let's weapon prime! Sorry, I've no target. On what target?
little sprat in his corrugated metal cage. Why don't you unlock the door and come out?
Step aside. Swine. All in the wrist.
Thank you very, very much for dealing with those cult...
What? Where? I thought we dispatched with all of those traitorous charlatans. Fine. Just trying to add some levity into this pathetic creature's drab existence.
I can see it would be best for me to tactically overlook your comment. I see you possess our N-ray scanner. Ooh, ingenious device. If I'd had it, I may have evaded being trapped here. Oh, I shouldn't have. Damn that Victor, and damn his hubris. Fitting that his experiment would cause so much. Pardon my excitement. It's been an eventful day. I don't know the specifics, only that Victor was performing a procedure utilizing processed N-rays. When those cultists flooded the range, in the ensuing chaos, Victor's experiment was destroyed. Survived is something of an overstate. Most of the cultists died immediately upon exposure, and according to past experiments, those that haven't are experiencing accelerated organ liquefaction. I would be more sympathetic to their collective plight because he refused to follow procedure. He didn't take an assistant or allow anyone to see his data, and now it's all consigned to oblivion. What a waste. Oh, believe me, this is more excitement than I ever wanted.
Approach my holdout. I once again ask you to stop. The path ahead is filled with unseen traps. Whether cultist or wayward scientist, you will be killed. Forward your interruption. Once more, please cease.
Killing traitors is quite fun, is it not?
Try to limit further damage, Commander. Damage, Commander.
Must I say only death lies ahead? Observe. I never wanted this situation to escalate like this. You must understand. But now, all that I wanted is cast to the wind. There is but one option left to me. To save Arcadia, to ensure the future, we must both die. I was warned that you would attempt to. You would use subterfuge to sway me. I cannot allow this. I cannot allow our efforts to be in vain. If DeVries does not receive my explosive, she will resort to a violent assault. Many will die, pointlessly, and in agony. I can at least deliver them an instant, painless death. I thought this explosive vest would be an unnecessary precaution. All I can hope is that by blasting us both from the field of play, the time for talk ends forever!
Vital critical. Don't become a statistic, Commander.
My fellow Loyalists, it is time. Due to the Earth Directorate operatives' continued meddling, we must increment our timetable by a factor of hours, not days. Accordingly, our forces have taken over the monastery. Those I predetermined to be resilient to reason have been executed. The rest should not cause us trouble. I have locked the lift to prevent the agent from reaching the monastery, but the following code will grant you access. 34145. I will continue my work from here, supplying Augustine with everything she needs for our plan to succeed, and delaying the agent as I'm able to. May the results of our actions today secure a more prosperous tomorrow for our sacred order.
Seer Wiley isn't very good at this whole seer business, is he? Nice of him to just hand us the code like that. We should remember to mock him for that as he bleeds out.
Grand Architect! First an attack on the monastery and now the lift code's not working? Agent, oh thank good odds and high probabilities you're back. There's been an incident. A rogue faction has taken over the monastery. My Seer Wiley, is trapped up there with other hostages of the Order. To make matters worse, my access code's not working. Without it, I've no way of calling the lift. No, I've known Landon for years. You must be mistaken. If what you say is true, that is damning evidence indeed. But why would he do it? Align himself against the Order? Against a friend? That's a serious accusation. Why would I do such a thing? No, I can't discuss this right now. The monastery. You do seem a decent sort. And it would be a relief to leave all this secrecy behind me. The truth is, I held Wiley back. I kept him from advancing for my own selfish gains by spreading lies and false concern over his competence behind his back. But I needed him. I still need him. I'm sorry, but we really haven't the time to litigate this issue further. In case I didn't make it clear before, the monastery is currently in jeopardy. Peace talks? Yes, Ruth informed me, but how did you learn of them? No one outside a select circle are supposed to... Representatives of Auntie's Choice in the Order are meeting to discuss an armistice and possible collaboration. It's an unprecedented opportunity to shorten this war. I know I mentioned it before, but compartmentalization is crucial to the success of most of the Order's operations. I wish I could offer more details than that. If this DeVries is responsible, then I agree with your objective. But I'm afraid I won't be accompanying you. I can't be sure my presence wouldn't alter the outcome of your effort. Once you reach the monastery, make your way to the observatory. If the conspirators are seeking the coordinates of the talks, go forth as was determined.
I assure you these traitors haven't factored us into their equations. Ready to be the hole in their math?
Are you sure that rope can support us?
I am 100% certain that its tensile strength is marginally greater than our combined weight. Probably.
Wait, look! Someone just came up via the lift. It must be unlocked. Watch out for Wiley. He's accounted for
We'd
everything.
love to help,
I know
but not
you're
as much
coming.
as we prefer to leave. Plan guide you.
Seer Wiley said I wasn't on his list and let me go. I don't understand. Where's the abbot? Why isn't he doing something?
For a reason.
That's all bluster. We're an unpredicted variable in his equations, and he knows it.
Today, we are that catalyst, setting into motion the future most aligned with the plan. Hold that belief in your
Nice of Seer Wiley to leave us this nightlight. Sorry. Rejuvenation.
I spy my next victim. I mean, a hostile combatant.
Whether you live or die in the near future. Unless you can expedite hemostasis and collaborate with tissue around in a fraction of a second.
No. But I have been told my pain tolerance exceeds normal thresholds.
Can you believe this place? It's like we're hunting Order members in their natural habitat. They should make cereal about us. Those are N-ray junction boxes. That scanner might be useful to see how this place is wired up.
Politician was not so deceitful. He
I knew there was a possibility of fighting,
Passage destroyed. Free energy if you can reach it.
Weapon prime!
Taking the fight out of them. Locking them down. Time for a quick dip.
perspiring brow. If you try to cite the fourth pillar to me one more time...
Armed conflicts are not the inevitability you are making them out to be, Anya, but rather the result of a populace failing to adhere to scientism's stoic imperative.
Oh, and I suppose we're going to pretend the second pillar doesn't exist?
Anchorites, be warned. Any conversation with these two may prove pedantic.
I'm aware of the errors of his methodology, but Long's overall opinion is still... Wait, why am I arguing with you about this?
Actually, an outside opinion might be useful at this juncture. Our current topic is whether war is ever justified. For the sake of time, please keep your answer brief.
But what if widespread suffering is already taking place?
Then its causes should be observed, quantified, and a non-violent solution found.
Tell that to the Protectorate.
We're going in circles again. If only we had access to the materials we requested, perhaps we could settle this debate.
Lack of a door, for starters.
You're currently standing outside of an anchor hold. My colleague and I have chosen to permanently enclose ourselves within this cell to lead a life of concentrated purpose. As anchorites of the Order, it is our duty to postulate on the universe's perplexities for the benefit of observers. And thank you. That is the intention.
I need the book Only Real Numbers, The Casualties of Appeasement by Exemplar Kwong. Second edition, not the first. That's important.
And I require Archivist Mahler's dissertation on de-escalation theory. You should be able to locate both pieces of scholarship in the scriptorium. I'd also caution against borrowing additional titles. The scribes are absolute fusspots when their work goes missing. You're in luck. I just finished my third reread of it. Chapter 47 is a real treat. When we're finished speaking, I'll put it in the collection drawer, but do take care with it, especially around the bath. We lose more good books that way.
Augustine? Sure. She's got a mind for provocative hypotheticals. Asked a lot more interesting questions than we normally get.
I will add it has been some time since we last saw her. Not since before the schism, in fact.
Augustine was obsessed with the rift. She wanted to know all the potential routes the Order might take to deal with it. We explained that the rift is an aberration of the plan's natural order, corrupting time and space and creating uncertainty. Consequently, all efforts should be made to close it.
Apologies, but gossip doesn't fall under our purview. We've secluded ourselves here to avoid such distractions, so I would thank you to exclude it. I'm sure I have no notion of what you're referring to.
Good for him. About time someone put theory into application.
What my colleague means is Landon Wiley is among our most gifted and dedicated seers. Whatever actions he's taken must be in service of the plan. I do hope no one's been hurt, though. I see. That is distressing to hear. But as we in the Order like to say, the plan actuates by deliberate means. Much appreciated. We'll present our final arguments once you've returned with the research.
I'll handle this.
Abandon the floor.
This might sting. Step aside, swine.
Investigating hub standing by to stupefy. No combatant on my scope.
Recharge for mayhem. This might sting. On the wrist.
I know this ain't gonna get to the abbot, but I have complaints that need registering anyhow. This monastery's too big for the staff we've got, and it sure seems like the scienticians and theorists here ain't fixated on keeping neat. I might just be a novice, but at 73 years of age, I have enough self-respect that I shouldn't be picking up another body's late.
Ratcheting up my aggression.
Eliminate the
Not yet. Hold on.
There's more importance out here than just your...
Commander, throw the energy your way. Capacitor out. Get it while it's energized.
Nowhere near as interesting as the taxidermied cross-sections displaying their internal organs I made when I was a child.
Well, this is quite modest. Very simple and austere. Can hardly guess who lives here.
I see the good abbot's intent on distracting himself from the misery of existence with worldly goods. Never works.
Bishop Basar has failed this order as its preeminent luminary. And without our intervention, she would make peace with the primitive minds of anti... This must be prevented, whatever the cost, or humanity's ascendance will be postponed by centuries, if not millennia. The stalwart agent arrives. I need more time to finish my work, so I've prepared a choice for you. The hostages in the card press before you will die unless you intervene. If you go through the door on the right, you'll find the means to save them by solving a simple puzzle. leave through the other door, however, and they will die, screaming in abject terror. But how could you call yourself an Earth Directorate agent if you allowed that to transpire?
I know a stall tactic when I see one. Calls on you, though, dear.
I prefer to kill my enemies first, innocent hostages later.
Entirely depends on your priorities. My former department would say keeping on mission is of paramount importance. But I no longer think I agree.
Praise high probability. Wiley dropped us here. He let some others go, but didn't even give us the chance to surrender. He's lost his win. Kept going on about his puzzle in the research wing upstairs.
Normally I'd suggest picking the lock on that safe, but it looks to be rigged to that ridiculous puzzle up above.
Aggressor at hand.
Yes.
Resorting to violence. Still charging. Let's weapon prime. Energy capacitor out. Energy is up for grabs.
The possibilities are limited!
Taking cover! Step aside. On the wrist.
Seems we've effectively begun their puzzle. Idiots.
This laborious exercise is obviously intended to consume precious time.
Did I tell you our friend would be back? Hurry! Disable the court press machine!
Time will tell if that was a good idea.
Not that I was concerned, mind you. Thank you, stranger. We should be okay here for now. Go pay Wiley his just dividends. For all of us.
In a minute!
Hostile impact.
Capacitor out. Get it while it's energized.
We're placing split material.
Fortificator ready status. Restore my life or avenge my death. Alas, not charged. Taking the fight out of them. Passes are deployed. Free energy if you can reach it.
Step aside. I'll do this.
Hiding my go for torpification.
Yeah.
I'll handle this. On my target! Mitigating the threat. Torpification in progress. Commander, throwing energy your way.
Sharp enough. Hostiles nearby.
This might sting. Step aside, swine.
The passive unit away. Discharge before it gets started.
Grenade out of...
Recharge for mayhem! Standing by to stupefy. Energy capacitor out. Energy is up for grabs.
Oh, look! A room dedicated to the insignificance of human existence. Inside a temple dedicated to mathematically proving its pointlessness.
So Clemens and Svoboda's killer arrives. So much of our plan ruined because of your meddling. Victor's explosives would have minimized casualties on both sides. You may have bested my peers, but they were never my equal anyway. And neither are you. You took so long, I was beginning to think my little puzzle actually stumped you. You seem confused. Allow me to delineate on the totality of your failure. Saving the hostages delayed you just long enough for me to complete my work. I was able to transmit not only the coordinates for the peace talks, but also the station's security protocols, giving Augustine control over its automechanicals. She has everything. That's preposterous. In a transparent attempt at sowing discord between us, I haven't the time nor desire to enumerate the failings in your logic. Suffice to say, you misunderstand the basic fundamentals of my objectives. The Order has been dislocated from its ideals, becoming the opposite of all they espouse. DeVries and I are merely providing a necessary realignment.
All I hear is empty bluster from an amateur schemer whose only success so far is failing loudly at a sloppy plan. This slapdash takeover of yours is graceless and rushed and reeks of ineptitude and desperation. In my day, we did these things with considerable more efficiency and panache.
And who are you, exactly?
Marisol Delgado, former head intercessor, Department of Preemptive Causal Redirection.
The endpoint. No. The improbability of you interrupting my plans at this singular moment beggars belief.
Our aims are so similar, I'd almost consider joining you. Had you not proven yourself such bumbling fools, dragging me into your mess. Consider how much uncertainty has been introduced into your equations. Can you have any confidence in your predictions at this point?
What in the Architect's computational summary are you on about? That hopeless, ineffectual, over-reliant waste of workspace? He wouldn't dare. But I am beyond reproach. My talent without peer. What has Joseph ever done for the Order except occupy my valuable time with useless queries? No, this is some kind of deception. It has to be. I could not have missed such obvious machinations. My math is correct. My math is always correct. How could I have failed to recognize such gaps in my predictions? I checked and triple-checked. What more could I have done? Where did I err?
Enough! Please. Your point has been sufficiently made, and I truly lack the capacity to debate you further. I've already sent Augustine everything she needs. But all our communications are on this terminal. It is yours to peruse. Though I cannot say whether the information will be useful. Obviously, my analytical acumen is not what I'd assumed. All I know is that I was never meant to stop you. Now I must send word to my allies here at the monastery to stand down and notify them of my resignation from the Order. Effective immediately.
Maybe. I have no more predictions to offer. Now or ever.
I have grown worried. I have not received word from Archivist Clemens in some time, and I imagine you would have relayed any pertinent information by now. I fear this bodes ill. Without him, our only option is a direct assault. A risky proposition, to be sure. The last thing any of us want is for our plan to spiral out of control. And so it falls on you to seize back that control. Use the methods we discussed to take command of the monastery. When it is done, I will send further instruction. You have my trust. See that it is not misplaced. I'm much obliged for your tireless work. With this knowledge of Greater Tranquility Substation and its security codes, our plans for the peace talks can finally be spurred into motion. However, without Archivist Clemens and his explosives at our disposal, we've no choice but to proceed with our contingency plan. A direct assault. Though the codes will allow me control of the automechs on the station, we'd best accept now that more lives may be lost than previously assumed. Yet we must act unflinchingly. To fail now would mean the end of everything.